3 months ago, my son Michael's family moved into my home. Temporarily, he said, for renovations. I was genuinely thrilled to see my granddaughter Emma every day after so long. I knew that nothing was more precious than time spent with family. But something wasn't right. Emma was doing her homework in the bathroom every single day. I first noticed it a week after they moved in. In the evening, as I passed by the bathroom, I heard the sound of a pencil scratching against paper coming from inside. I knocked on the door. "Emma, are you in there?" "Yeah, Grandma." "What are you doing?" "Homework." Thinking it couldn't be, I opened the door to find my 12-year-old granddaughter sitting on the toilet lid with a notebook spread across her lap, working on math problems. Hunched over her small body under the dim light bulb. "Why don't you do it in the living room? There's a nice big table. I like it here. But it's inconvenient, isn't it? And so dark." "It's okay. I'm used to it." Used to it. Those words made my heart ache. How long had this child been doing her homework in the bathroom? That night, I asked my son about it. "Michael, why is Emma doing her homework in the bathroom?" Without looking up from his newspaper, my son answered. "She probably wants privacy." "Mom, please just leave it alone." His voice was cold. For my son to speak to me in that tone. Then I started noticing other strange things. Only 3 places were set for dinner. But my son's wife Sarah's plate was always half full. She said she had a small appetite. The laundry was clearly for 4 people. Sarah explained it was her clothes, but the sizes were wrong. Smaller. For a younger person. And most of all, that bedroom. The door to the bedroom Michael and Sarah were using was always locked. "We're using it as a workroom. There are important documents, so please don't go in." That's what my son said. But one day, I heard it. A small sound from inside. Something dropping on the floor. "Is someone in there?" I called out. But there was no answer. At night, even after I went to my bedroom at 9, I could faintly hear sounds from downstairs. Footsteps. Something being dragged. The next morning, my son had deep circles under his eyes. What was happening in this house? I couldn't sleep from anxiety. One afternoon, Emma and I were alone. My granddaughter was heading to the bathroom again. I placed my hand on her shoulder. "Emma, won't you talk to me? Why do you do your homework in the bathroom?" "The real reason." Emma bit her lip. Tears welled up in her eyes. "I can't say." "Why not?" "Dad said you wouldn't understand." "Wouldn't understand? What wouldn't I understand?" That night, I sat alone thinking. And then I remembered. That day 5 years ago. The day Michael came to tell me about his remarriage. What had I said? Raising a child you're not blood related to is hard. She's not your real daughter, after all. And a child with disabilities would just be a burden, wouldn't it? That moment when my son's face froze. It couldn't be. The next morning, I woke up early. 6 o'clock. I heard Sarah's voice from downstairs. "Good morning. Did you sleep well?" But Emma should still be sleeping. Who was she talking to? I went down the stairs. Peeking through the gap in the kitchen door, I saw Sarah feeding someone. But I couldn't see who it was. And today, the fateful day arrived. Michael and Sarah said they were going out. They had a doctor's appointment. Only Emma was staying home. Right after they left, Emma came to my room. With a serious expression. "Grandma, there's something I want to show you." "What?" "Please. Come with me." Emma's hand gripped my clothes. It was trembling. My granddaughter led me to the bedroom door. That room that had been locked for 3 months. Emma took a key out of her pocket. Dad doesn't know I made a spare key. Emma, but. Please. Look. The key was inserted. The door opened. I gasped. It wasn't an ordinary bedroom. The walls were covered with thick padding. Like cushioning material. Strange tools I'd never seen were lined up on the floor. Colorful balls and oddly shaped toys that seemed designed to stimulate the senses. On the bookshelf, thick files were arranged with labels that read, medical records. Safety rails were attached to the bed. And there was a girl sitting on the floor, playing quietly. About 15 years old, I guessed. Long black hair. Facial features that resembled Sarah's. The girl looked up at me. But she didn't say anything. She just stared. Who is she? My voice was shaking. My big sister. Her name is Lily. Emma answered quietly. Your big sister. You don't have a big sister. I do, Grandma. Lily is Mom's daughter. My stepsister. My mind went blank. Sarah's daughter. But Michael had said Sarah didn't have children. But Michael said. Dad lied. Because of you. Because of me. Emma nodded, tears streaming down her face. You said it, Grandma. That children with disabilities are a burden. That children you're not blood related to aren't real family. Dad was scared. That you would kick us out. The memory from 5 years ago came back vividly. That day, I had definitely said that. Opposing Michael's remarriage. When I heard Sarah's child had a disability. What had I said? Raising a disabled child is hard. Is it worth sacrificing your life for? Think about having your own children. Michael had stood up and left. Since then, he had never once mentioned Sarah's daughter to me. I had assumed she didn't exist. I was wrong. There was a daughter. There had always been. And she'd been in this house for 3 months. Out of my sight. The strength left my knees. I collapsed to the floor. For 3 months, here. Yes. Emma began to explain. In a small voice, but carefully choosing each word. 3 months ago, Lily was supposed to start a new therapeutic program. A very intensive one that required a quiet environment. But Michael's house was near a main road, with the constant sound of cars. Lily was sensitive to sound. So Michael wanted to ask me. But he couldn't tell me about Lily. The renovation was a lie. Dad and Mom kept hiding Lily so you wouldn't know about her. How? We were living together. You go for a walk in the morning, don't you, Grandma? Every morning at 8 for an hour. During that time, they'd feed Lily breakfast and give her a bath. After you went to bed at 9, everyone would spend time with Lily. Lily ate in this room, slept in this room. She hasn't been outside once. 3 months. This girl had been confined to this room for 3 months. Confined, that's. No, Grandma. Lily likes it here. Because it's quiet. Lily doesn't like loud noises. Or bright lights. This room is the perfect place for Lily. Emma sat down next to Lily. Lily still didn't say anything. She was just quietly moving the therapeutic tool in her hands. Lily can't speak. To my question, Emma answered. Right. She has autism. She can't talk. But she understands. She's really smart. Emma gently took Lily's hand. Lily, show Grandma your drawing. Lily picked up a sketchbook that was on the floor. She turned the pages and showed me one drawing. It was a picture of a family. 4 people were drawn. Michael, Sarah, Emma, and Lily. The 4 were holding hands and smiling. But at the edge of the drawing, there was one person standing apart. "That's you, Grandma," Emma whispered. "Lily wanted to meet you. She asks every day. Where is Grandma? Why doesn't she come?" But Lily can't talk, so she draws it in pictures. In the drawing, I was standing alone, far away from the family. There was no smile on my face. Tears overflowed. I couldn't stop them. Oh, what have I done? What did I do? Emma took my hand. "Grandma, I've been doing my homework in the bathroom because Lily is sensitive to sound. The sound of a pencil on paper, the sound of turning pages, those things hurt Lily. She panics and hurts herself. So I did it in the bathroom. Because the door is thick and the sound doesn't leak out. My 12-year-old granddaughter. For 3 months, she'd been doing her homework in the bathroom every day. To protect her sister. Emma, you. Lily is my big sister. I love her." Emma said it as if it were obvious. As if there were no other option. I was far more foolish than this young girl. I had been fixated on blood ties and lost sight of real love. Emma loved Lily with all her heart, even though they weren't blood-related. She was willing to sacrifice her own comfort for her sister. Lily suddenly moved. She turned toward me and stared intently. Then she smiled slightly. A gentle, peaceful smile. Lily smiled. "Yeah. She likes you, Grandma. Lily doesn't smile at strangers. But she smiled at you." I reached out with a trembling hand. I touched Lily's head. Soft black hair. Lily didn't pull away. Rather, she leaned her face into my hand. "Lily. I'm sorry. Grandma was wrong. I said terrible things without even knowing you. Please forgive me." Lily didn't say anything. She had no words. But her eyes said everything. I hugged Lily. Emma joined us. The 3 of us embraced. How long did we stay like that? I lost track of time. The sound of the front door opening. "We're home." "Emma, where are you?" Michael's voice. I froze. So did Emma. Michael's footsteps came up the stairs. They stopped in front of the bedroom. He must have noticed the door was open. Oh no. Michael rushed into the room. Sarah followed behind. Both had pale faces. And they froze at the scene inside the room. Me hugging Lily. Emma with us. All 3 of us smiling. "Mom." Michael's voice was shaking. I turned around. My face must have been a mess from crying. "Michael. I'm sorry. I was wrong. It was all my fault." My son fell to his knees. Sarah was crying too. "Mom, I was wrong too. I should have trusted you. I should have talked to you properly." "No. You were just trying to protect your family. I made you think you had no choice." I took Lily's hand. Then I said to Michael and Sarah. "Introduce me to Lily. Properly." Sarah stepped forward. "Margaret. This is my daughter, Lily. She's 15. She has severe autism and can't speak. But she's kind, and smart, and she's my treasure. And my granddaughter." I said. "Welcome, Lily. From now on, you can call me Grandma. Even if it's just in your heart." Lily looked at me and smiled again. That night, for the first time, the 5 of us gathered around the dinner table. Margaret, Michael, Sarah, Emma, and Lily. Lily sat next to me. Emma said, "Lily wants to sit next to Grandma." Lily didn't say anything, but she smoothly sat down in the chair next to mine. Dinner was laid out on the table. Pasta that Sarah had made. Salad. Bread. And for the first time, 5 plates were set. Lily, what would you like to eat? When I asked, Lily pointed at the pasta dish with her finger. Pasta. Good choice. I put pasta on Lily's plate. Lily nodded slightly and picked up her fork. She began eating slowly, carefully. It was a quiet meal. But it was warm. Michael spoke. Mom, let me explain. Why we hid this. It's okay, Michael. I understand. No, I want to talk about it properly. Michael took a deep breath. Sarah held his hand. 5 years ago, when I told you about the remarriage, you said it was wrong to raise a stepchild with disabilities. That children you're not blood related to can never become real family. I closed my eyes. It hurt to hear those words. But I couldn't run away. I was shocked by those words. I didn't think you were the kind of person who would think that way. But at the same time, I became scared. If you knew about Lily, you might reject our family. So we lied. Sarah continued. Michael told me we should pretend I didn't have a daughter. I opposed it at first. But when I saw Michael's face, I understood. How hurt he was. I didn't want to ruin my relationship with you, Mom. But I wanted to protect Lily. So I had no choice but to lie. Tears welled up in Michael's eyes. 3 months ago, Lily's new therapy program started. But our house is near a main road and it was too noisy. Lily needed a quiet environment. Your house was perfect, Mom. In a quiet residential area, with spacious rooms. But we couldn't tell you about Lily. Sarah said. So we lied about renovations. We thought if we could just hide Lily for 3 months, it would be okay. When the program ended, we planned to go back to our house. And every day, we were desperate to keep you from finding Lily. Michael smiled bitterly. We waited for you to go on your morning walk, then fed Lily breakfast. After you went to bed, we spent time with Lily. That's why I was sleep deprived every night. Sarah too. Emma too. Sarah looked at her daughter. Emma did her homework in the bathroom for Lily's sake. Because Lily is sensitive to sound. The sound of a pencil or paper would make Lily panic. I looked at Emma. My granddaughter continued eating silently. As if she didn't think she'd done anything special. Emma, you're a wonderful girl. Emma looked up. No. Lily is my big sister. I just did what anyone would do. A 12-year-old girl said, what anyone would do. What I hadn't been able to do. Mom. Michael looked at me. I was wrong. I should have trusted you. I should have talked to you properly and given you a chance. No. I shook my head. You weren't wrong. I didn't give you a reason to trust me. 5 years ago, I said something unforgivable. And you did your best to protect your family. I clasped my hands on the table. But starting today, things will change. Lily is my granddaughter. Just as precious a family member as Emma. Lily moved. She turned toward me and stared. Then she reached out and touched my hand. A cold, small hand. I held Lily's hand. Welcome, Lily. From now on, you don't have to hide. Lily smiled. This time clearly. After dinner, Sarah showed me around the bedroom. This is the room where Lily spent the past 3 months. Pointing at the wall padding, Sarah explained. When Lily panics, she sometimes hits her head against the wall. So we put up padding, which also serves as soundproofing. She explained each of the therapeutic tools on the floor one by one. Tools for sensory integration. Things to stimulate touch. Things to train vision. Today, We went out because it was Lily's home medical care day. Home medical care. Yes. Once a month, a doctor and therapist take Lily out for sensory integration therapy. Today was a special 3-hour session. That's why Lily wasn't home. Right. Usually, someone always stays home. Either Michael or I would take off work. But today, because the medical team was watching Lily, we could both go. And Emma knew that. Yes. Emma said, "Today I can show Grandma." We opposed it. But Emma wouldn't listen. Sarah smiled. Emma really loves Lily. More than real sisters. She does what I couldn't, as if it's the most natural thing. Margaret. Sarah took my hand. I'm not blaming you. What you said 5 years ago hurt. But I understand. You wanted your son's happiness. You just didn't know about disabilities. Ignorance is no excuse. But you can learn. Today, you hugged Lily. That's enough. Tears glistened in Sarah's eyes too. Lily has always wanted to meet you. She heard about you from Michael. That there's a grandma. But she was sad when she was told she couldn't meet you. She can now. Every day. I vowed. From now on, there's no need to hide. Lily can live in this house proudly. As my granddaughter. That night, before getting into bed, I visited Lily's room. Lily was sitting on the bed, drawing. Lily, good night. Lily looked up. Then she showed me her drawing. It was a new picture. The same family drawing as before. But this time, I was in the circle too. 5 people holding hands, smiling. Thank you, Lily. I took the drawing. I'll treasure this. Lily nodded. And for the first time, she hugged me of her own accord. A small body. Warm. I love you, Lily. Lily didn't say anything. But she hugged me tight. That was her answer. When I left the room, Michael was standing in the hallway. Mom. Michael. Thank you. My son said. For accepting Lily. Don't apologize. From now on, we'll face things properly as a family. I hugged my son. You're a wonderful father. Sarah, Lily, Emma, everyone looks happy. That's everything. Michael cried on my shoulder. I was so scared. That you would reject us. It's okay now. Family stays together. 3 months passed. My house changed. Soundproof curtains were installed in the living room, and a therapy space for Lily was set up. Emma's study desk was also placed in the living room. She no longer needed to do homework in the bathroom. Lily gradually became able to go outside. One morning, I called out to Lily. Lily, do you want to go for a walk with Grandma? Lily looked at me and seemed to think for a moment. Then she nodded slightly. Sarah rushed over. Are you sure? Lily doesn't like going outside. It's okay. We'll go slowly. At Lily's pace. I took Lily's hand. At first, Lily was a little tense. But she squeezed my hand back. When we stepped outside, morning light streamed in. Lily squinted. It must have been bright. I started walking slowly. It was a 10-minute walk to the neighborhood park. We walked really slowly. Lily would stop sometimes to look at tree leaves or listen to bird songs. I didn't rush her. I just waited for Lily to start moving again. When we sat on a park bench, Mrs. Johnson from next door called out. Margaret, good morning. Who's that? My granddaughter. Lily. Oh my, you had another granddaughter. I didn't know. Yes. We started living together. She's a wonderful child. I smiled proudly. Mrs. Johnson spoke to Lily. Hello, Lily. Lily didn't say anything. But she bowed slightly. What a quiet child. Yes. Lily has autism. She can't speak, but her heart is kinder than anyone's. For the first time, I clearly told someone else about Lily's disability. Without shame. Mrs. Johnson smiled kindly. What a lovely granddaughter. Show me you two walking together again sometime. Yes, of course. When we got home, Sarah was waiting at the entrance. Looking worried. How was it? It was perfect. Lily was wonderful. Tears welled up in Sarah's eyes. Thank you. For taking Lily outside. From now on, I'll walk with her every day. If Lily wants to. Lily squeezed my hand tight. That was her answer. There was also a change at Emma's school. One day, Emma brought a friend home. Mom, can my friend Kate come over to play? Of course. Sarah answered. Kate was a cheerful girl. In the same class as Emma. The two began doing homework in the living room. After a while, Lily came out of her room. She looked a bit surprised to see Kate. Oh, hello. Kate said. Hello. Who are you? Emma answered. My big sister. Lily. Big sister. I didn't know. Yeah. Lily has autism and doesn't go out much. But now she goes for walks with Grandma. That's great. Kate smiled at Lily. I'm Kate. Emma's friend. Lily didn't say anything. But she waved a little. She's sweet. Kate said. Emma, you were doing homework in the bathroom every day, right? It was for Lily. Yeah. That's kind. I don't know if I could do that. You could. You're kind too, Kate. If it's family, anyone can do it naturally. Emma said it as if it were obvious. That night, I made a suggestion to Sarah. Sarah, you're a special education teacher, right? Yes. Actually, I'd like to volunteer. At your school. Sarah looked surprised. Really? Yes. I was a teacher for many years. But I didn't know anything about special education. After meeting Lily, I want to learn. About other children too. Margaret. Sarah took my hand. That's wonderful. The children will be so happy. Starting the next week, I began volunteering at Sarah's school. At first I was confused. Children with autism, children with intellectual disabilities, there were all kinds of children. Everyone was different. Everyone was special. But as I spent time with them, I realized. These children aren't burdens. These children are gifts. One day, a boy with autism drew me a picture. A rainbow. Thank you. It's beautiful. The boy didn't say anything. But he smiled happily. It was the same smile as Lily's. And then Lily's 16th birthday arrived. We decided to have a small party at home. Just the 5 of us, a quiet party. Balloons were hung in the living room. But the kind that don't make noise. So Lily wouldn't be startled. I baked the cake. Chocolate cake. Sarah told me it was Lily's favorite. In the evening, we all gathered around the table. Happy birthday, Lily. We sang in soft voices. Loud voices would scare Lily. Lily's eyes were shining. She looked at the cake and clapped her hands happily. Now, blow out the candles. Emma said. Lily blew. It didn't go out in one try. Once more. Finally the flame went out. Everyone applauded. Quietly, gently. As I was cutting the cake, Lily stood up. She came over to me and hugged me. Lily. Lily hugged me tight. Long and strong. I love you, Lily. You're a precious granddaughter. Lily rested her head on my shoulder. It was warm. Michael said, Mom, thank you. For everything. No. Thank you. For teaching me. Teaching you what? What real family is. It's not blood. Love makes a family. Sarah wiped away tears. Margaret, you've changed. Lily changed me. Emma too. All of you. Emma said. Grandma, it would have been better if you'd known from the beginning. Yes. But I know now. That's enough. We ate cake. Lily savored it happily, slowly. That night, before getting into bed, I wrote in my diary. I've lived 68 years, and today I finally learned. Family is bound not by blood, but by love. Lily is my granddaughter. Just as precious as Emma. No, perhaps Lily is the teacher who taught me the most important thing. To love. To accept. To change. 12-year-old Emma was much wiser than me. She loved and protected her sister, doing homework in the bathroom. There was no hesitation. From now on, I want to live like Emma. Like Lily, I want to see people with a pure heart. And I want to live as a real family, the 5 of us. When I looked out the window, stars were shining. Tomorrow I'll go for a walk with Lily again. In the park, sitting on a bench, looking at the sky together. We have so much time ahead of us. Irreplaceable time to spend as a family. Thinking about that warmed my heart. A year passed. The lock on Lily's room door was removed long ago. The door is always open. So Lily can come and go as she pleases. This morning too, I went for a walk with Lily. It's become a daily routine. The neighbors all know about Lily. Everyone kindly calls out to us. Good morning, Margaret. Lily, you look well today. Good morning, Mrs. Johnson. I answer with a smile. Lily waves a little. It's a scene I couldn't have imagined a year ago. When we sit on the park bench, Lily opens her sketchbook as usual. She loves to draw. What will she draw today? After a while, Lily shows me the drawing. It was a picture of a house. A big house. Through the windows, you can see the silhouettes of 5 people. Everyone is smiling. Everyone is holding hands. It's beautiful, Lily. Lily smiled. Then she pointed to one person in the drawing. Me. Yes. That's Grandma. Lily nodded. Then she placed her hand on her own chest. And reached out her hand to my chest. Heart and heart are connected. I understood that's what Lily wanted to say. Yes, Lily. Grandma and Lily's hearts are connected. Forever. When we got home, Emma was waiting at the entrance. Grandma, Lily, welcome back. We're home. Emma, did you finish your homework? Yeah. I did it in the living room. Emma said it as if it were obvious. She no longer does homework in the bathroom. Lily has gradually gotten used to sounds too. The result of therapy. As I was preparing dinner, Michael came home from work. I'm home. Welcome back. Sarah kisses him. Lily runs to her father. Michael picks Lily up. Lily, how was your day? Lily shows him the drawing. The family picture. Wow, that's good. You drew Dad too. Michael laughs happily. At dinner, Sarah said. Margaret, the school principal wants me to tell you she's grateful. Oh my, why? your volunteering is having a big impact on the children. Especially the children with autism. I'm not doing anything. I'm just spending time with them. That's what's important. Someone who will be with them. Someone who tries to understand. Emma said. Grandma didn't understand at first, but now you understand better than anyone. Yes. Because Lily taught me. I looked at Lily. Lily was eating quietly. Sometimes she'd look at me and smile. That night, before bed, I stood by the window. I looked up at the starry sky. A year ago, I didn't understand anything. I thought blood ties were everything. I thought children with disabilities were burdens. But now it's different. Lily isn't a burden. Lily is a gift. A gift that taught me something precious. Emma is blood-related, but her love for Lily transcends blood. She was willing to sacrifice herself for her sister. Michael and Sarah were desperate to protect their family. While fearing me, they continued to love Lily. And I, at 68, finally learned what family is. What love is. What it means to accept. There was a knock. I turned around to see Lily standing there. Lily, what is it? Lily came over to me and held out her hand. Do you want to sleep together? Lily nodded. Of course. Come here. Lily got into my bed. She nestled into my arms. Good night, Lily. Lily held my hand. A small, warm hand. Outside the window, stars were twinkling. I was happy. 2 granddaughters, 1 son, 1 kind daughter-in-law. This is my family. A family bound not by blood, but by love. That was enough. No, it was more than that. I could hear Lily's breathing as she slept. Peaceful, gentle breathing. I closed my eyes. Tomorrow, I'll go for a walk with Lily again. From now on, forever, as a family.